Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Arctic Wolf and today I'll teach you guys how to set up a globe server. All the timestamp of this tutorial, because it will be split into 4 sections, will be all in the description. I already recorded this like 3 to 4 times. Each took me like 30 minutes to do the setup, so I do really want to make this quickly, so I hope you can catch up. So let's get into it. So first we're going to set up a local server in your computer, and then we're going to set up like play.gg so other players can connect to your server through your computer, so we could get that started. So first thing first, go to the GitHub repo, will be in the link of the description below. So there'll be this part that says setup. Get the latest GitHub repo, you get all of this. Since you're going to be hosting this on your computer, you'll get the exe one. You get all of them. Your computer might ask you to like keep it, like those kind of warning. Just make sure to keep it as is, like so. And there you go, you got your game server, game central. Make a new folder for your globe server. You put both of the exe into the globe folder, like so. And then you can type the cmd on the top. That'll open the command prompt directed to the globe. You're gonna open another terminal prompt to go to the globe server. So this is gonna be for the game server, and this is gonna be for the central server. We're going to run the central server right here, and we're going to run the the game server as well. So globe game server, and there you go. You got your game server and your central server running. And you see all the files generated, but most of these are generated from the central server. So now we're going to connect to now we're trying to join into our globe server that we just created. So going to be our internal IP, so 192.168.132. And you're gonna go here and go direct connect, copy paste this, semicolon 4202. Click connect and then join. There you go. You got your standalone globe server set up. You can check that you're connected by this, followed by your account, ID, import version of globe, and stuff like that. Now we're gonna connect it to our central server. So first we're gonna log that out. Go to the folder and you see it says central config.json. Open this and you see all this nice configuration. It'll be the game server, maintenance, URL. I'll show all of this in the next part of the tutorial. So I'm gonna create this like local game, and then we can leave this as is as for now, or you can just put it to your internal IP region PC. And there you go. You can save that. And then for the next part, what we need is the game server password. So we're going to remove the insecure. You can remove all the insecure if you want to. Change it as if you want to. It's your choice really. Then we're going to do Control C. Control C again on this. Go up, run the central server. Go here, run the game server. But this time I'm going to add some configuration. So 0.0.0.4201. 4202, I mean, that's going to be the game server port as well as the central server. So I'm going to run the central server, so I'm going to get the internal IP followed by 4201, and then I'm going to copy paste the game server password that we set up like so, and then click enter. You should get this two line that says retrieve being config from the central server followed by the server launch followed by the port. And there you go, you got your central server set up. So I'll call this local. You get the server URL. All you have to do is just log into the central URL right here. Copy that, paste it. Make sure there's no spaces in the end and the start also. And click play. It might take a while, so you might have to exit out and log back in. Join. You might get that, say unauthorized login failed. You just log in back in and join. And there you go. And the next part is the fun part, is the admin key. You can also give yourself admin if you wanted to, like so. By pressing F8 in your keyboard, this will pop up the admin login. Click F8 again and you get the globe admin panel. You can put the username and stuff like that. Press restart and you get the icon right here. You can ban yourself, mute someone, anyone really. But the thing, now once your server is set up, the thing is that people in your network can join, but people outside your network cannot. So next, we're going to set up a system called the play.gg. So I'm going to set that up right now. So first, you're going to sign up for play.gg. You can just log in, and then you just install the installer, which already have it installed. So I'll just like play.gg on my computer. You get those configuration. I ask you to link it up. So we're going to link it to our server. You just have to wait for the agent to connect. It'll ask you to check your new agent or how to blur that out. Assignable agent, you can just click continue. Agent name from the key, you can put it to default as well if you want to. I'll put it as this. Add agent. This might take some time to actually connect to their server, so it might take around like 5 to 10 seconds depending how fast it is. Maybe longer, it depends. Once the step 4 appears, you just click create tunnel. And then we're gonna do global any for free. And then we do TCP, UDP, stuff like that. Click yes. And then click it again. And then type port 201. That's gonna be the local port that we're gonna open. Add that. And then once it's creating, we're gonna go back and create another tunnel. And click it. TCP, UDP. And then type port 202, which is the game server. We're gonna set that up as is, and then we're gonna have to wait for the tunneling to create itself, so it might take some time depending on how fast it is. There you go, we got our central server running, so we definitely gonna need that. So next we're gonna do is basically just stop the game server, and then we're gonna stop the central server. We're gonna run the central server again, and this time for the game server we're gonna have to once you stop your central server, next we're gonna go back to the configuration JSON like this, and then we're gonna change the address. So we're gonna go to our tunnels. We're gonna have to check the game server port. There you go. Once our game server port is created, I'm gonna copy this. This is gonna be the game server port. Paste that in. Click Control S to save it, and then we're gonna go back to our terminal and run the central server. And there you go. We're running the central server. And then go back to your game server. Go up, and then we're gonna change this part right here. This is 192.168. We're gonna go back to here and go to the central server port. Copy this, paste it in. Make sure you put a space, so it should be like HTTP, then followed by 142, then the port, and click enter. And there you go. You're now running through your play.gg tunnel. Click that, add new, followed by the new central IP address. I'll call this the play.gg. Play it. Play. Login. Might take some time. And click join. Bada bing, bada boom. You're now hosted your local globe server, and now everyone else can join into your globe server by just logging in through that play.gg IP address that they provided you. So now, next we're gonna set up a Linux server for your globe server. So you can use like a cloud provider like Azure, Google Cloud, or AWS and stuff like that. And I already have a tutorial on how to open ports and stuff like that over my tutorial channel, which I'll be linking in the description. Everything is in the description. So once you get that set up, I'm not going to cover how to set up because the process is just tedious to do. Once you set it up, you can log in. There you go. You got your Linux server all running and set up. We'll do sudo.s to run as root apt update. And do nn apt install. We need to get wget and the screen. So we need to get those. So this will update the packages, and it will install wget and screen. But it's already installed, so I don't have to worry about it. Next, we're gonna go back to our releases, and then to figure out what CPU architecture you're using, you do name, then A, then you see like x8464, which will get this one. So we copy link that, then we're gonna do wget, right click, and now copy paste the central server, and we need to get the game server as well. Wget, There you go. We do ls and you see the central and the game server with the x64 at the end. Now we're gonna do is chmod plus x then star. There you go. Now your thing is now green. It means you get the permission to do so. You can run the thing that run the server, because if you don't do this part, you might get the permission denied bug. So we're gonna start up the central server. So we type screen -s central globe central, and there you go. Oh, I forgot to do the slash part. And there you go. You got your rocket central. It's already set up. You do Control A and D to detach. Screen.ls will show the running central server right there. Now, once you go, now when you do ls, you see all the configuration right here. chmod 777 plus, then we're gonna do the same thing, plus, we're gonna do that like that. The reason why we do chmod 777 is to allow us to get the read and write permission for the for the SFTP part, which we will be needing for editing it directly from our computer, so doing it through the terminal. So you right click edit, and this will show up the the config for the Linux server. I'll call this one, I'll call this, I don't know, Linux server. And then we get the address, which is going to be the external IP. Grab that. So I'm gonna copy paste it to here, leave as is, server. And then we're gonna delete this, delete the insecure, we don't need that. Click save. Go back to our SSH, the screen-r, which will run the, to resume the terminal. Control C, go up, press the up arrow, so we go all the way here, and then run it again. Control A, D. Then we're gonna do screen-s, so we create a new screen. Then we're gonna do is game, and // game server, like so. Now just leave to a standalone, so you have to stop that. Run that, and then we do 0.0.0.0.4202, which is the game server port, http // followed by your external IP 4201, then the game server password right here. Paste that, press enter, and there you go. You got your central server running. You do Control A and D, and then there you go. Now once your server is up and running, all you have to do is just leave the server, click here, add new, then copy the external IP, http // 4201, and then you do this Linux. There you go, and you click that and join. You'll ask you to do that again, click login, click join, and there you go. You got your globe server all running now. And that's how you set up a Linux server. So next, we're going to set up a GDPS server for your globe. So let's get that set up. Now, I'll set this up entirely on my Paradactyl panel because it'll be easier for me to set it up. So if you want to know how to install Paradactyl panel in your server, I suggest you watch the video, which I'll provide it in the description down below as well. And I'll link the repo of installing the game server and the central server for Paradactyl panel, which are already done in this panel, which is under in here. You see this globe central server and globe game server. Okay, now we're going to create a globe central server. So create new, and we're going to type like globe central followed by Paradactyl, which is mine, and cg2, scroll all the way down to 4201, which is the port of the central server. Leave everything as is, then click the central, leave everything here, and then click create server. Now once that's creating, I'm going to create another server for a game server, globe game, Paradactyl US CS2, go all the way down to this one, and then I'm going to leave everything as is. Go here, costume. Now once you get to the game server, you see all this configuration. If you want, you can go start ahead with setting this all up. I'll leave that as at the during the process of setting it up. So once you set this all up, click create server, and there you go. Click this arrow, and this will lead us to the server where it does the the setup, initial setup. There you go. Now you get the standalone server set up. You get the central and the game server. So I'm going to check the central. Go setup ready to go. We're going to go to config example server 1. It's going to be the load. This one will be followed by your game server. So copy that. Change the port 201 to port 202. I know, panel. There you go. And then, all this configuration. Make sure you change the insecure. Like so. Click save. And then we just simply restart. Now, once your central server is set, restart. Go back to home and go to the game server. Go to the startup. .http / that. Click save. And then now we're gonna go back home again. Go to central, then files, then server config. Copy the game server password. Back home, game, then startup, and then paste it into here, the central server password. And after that, just simply restart. Might take some time, and there you go. Now it's all set up, connected to the central server. Copy the central server address. Save this one. Create a new server followed by the new central server that you set up, and type I don't know server name. I don't know. We're gonna set this up a GDPS on it. So GDPS. Click that, and then click join. It might ask you to login fail as normal, and click join, and there you go. You're now all set up and ready to go. So this next part of the tutorial, I'll be teaching you guys how to set up a globe server for your GDPS. So for this part, I'll need to go to my GDPS, so I'll meet you after. Now I'm in my GDPS, so I know I'm in my own GDPS. It shows my custom servers or like custom levels and stuff like that. So now I'm in my GDPS. So next I had to log out to my GDPS. So for Globe to actually connect to your GDPS, we need to set up a Globe bot account in your GDPS. So if you don't have a bot account in your GDPS, I suggest you make one. But since I already make one already, which I'll show you my code. I got a Globe bot already right here. It's gonna be for the purpose of verifying the username and stuff like that, which is gonna be needed for setting this up. And also you need a mod called GD intercept, which is going to be very handy. So I highly suggest you get this as well. So next we're going to do is log into my Globe bot for my GDPS. So I'm going to log out to my main account. I'm going to log into my Globe bot. So, and there you go. And then you get the GD intercept. You get all this fancy stuff. What I'm gonna do is click your account and you click the refresh button. So, and then now you can check the GD interception right here. And you click on view. You see all the stuff like account ID, binary, GDP2, stuff like that. The most important part of this JSON file is the account ID and GDP2, which is the token of your GD account that you logged in. If you can't see it, it's just under the settings and sensitive data. You just tick that off right there. And after that, just simply download the file by clicking the download button, and then that will save it into the file right here. Double click that, and you see the account ID followed by the JPT2. So for that part, we're gonna go to our central server. We'll go to our central server, and then go to files. Go here. Scroll all the way down to where it says use GD API, and then GD API URL, stuff like that. So for the use GD API, I'm gonna set this to true. GD account will be 25, which is the bot ID account ID. And then GP is gonna be the this one, followed by up to the 9 before the end. So the DD API URL, we do have to get the database of our GDPS. So we're gonna copy and paste our database. Make sure you don't include the / up there, and click save content, and then we're just gonna start the server. Now we're gonna go back to our GDPS, go back to our globe, and click login. And there you go. You successfully set up a globe server on your GDPS. So now we get to the fun part. We're gonna start configuring our own globe server. So we're gonna mess around with all the configuration that is provided here. So if you want to add another server, you can just simply do this, add like another node 2, and then same process usual. You can just add another server, change the port as different one. You can do that. You can just restart the central. You don't have to restart the game server as it's already configured to the central server as is. So you just leave the server, and there you go. You get node 1, node 2. This one can be like in different location, but I put it into the same IP, so it just looks back to the same server as usual. And then if you want to log into your admin account, all you have to do is just copy the admin key, press F8, and then enter the password right here, like so. And then you can just press the refresh button, press the eye icon. You can do like edit user role ID. There you go. It was also gonna check it in the game server, I think. Yeah, it shows here like you log into the admin panel, and then you can just refresh and you see that special color in your icon. Go to the central server, go to the config.json, and we're gonna mess around with your webhook URL. So I set up a webhook URL already right here on my Discord. All you do is just edit, then go integration, webhook, copy the webhook URL, and then you can put you can have separate webhook for like different purposes for admin, rates, featured, room, etc. Like so. And then we can just I don't know. We can do like a create room like that. If it doesn't show up, you just have to restart the central server. There you go, it's restarted. And then we just create a new room again. If it doesn't show again, just leave again. And join back again. There you go. Create a new room. Oh yeah, be sure to reset both your game server and your central server, as it might, not sync up properly. There you go. Now we can just go back out, join back in, create new room, do that. And there you go. You got your globe webhook. You can also check notices. It shows here. You can also do a mute like that. You can see the mute there. You can also unmute yourself. You can also whitelist yourself. You can also kick yourself. You can also join yourself like that. There you go. You see all the logs right here. You can also feature levels too. So if you want to feature a a platformer level, I'll probably have to find one in here if I don't have. I'm just gonna create a quick platformer level. Okay, I'm gonna create a quick platformer levels. There you go. And we can have it and trigger here. And then we'll put like here. Like so. Push trigger. And then we just we do it. That's cool. And we just publish this. We got our platformer levels. You can also feature it by clicking the purple star icon, and you can rate it as is. You can send it like send level, and it will show in the webhook right here, as well as the rating you want. And if you want to feature it, if you're an admin, you can feature levels. Say okay, and there you go. You'll see the new feature levels on the webhook. You can also check the new feature levels in the featured tab level. You'll see right here. There you go. You got your amazing featured levels tab. You can play, all those kind of things. So yeah. Now, next we're gonna do is create a new role to our GDPS, or I mean, our globe server. The feature tag can be like a new level. We forgot to edit that one. Click save, and then we can play around with the roles part. So if you want to add like a custom role, if you want to, we can add a new role, add that. And you can, if you want to know which badge icon we can use, there'll be there'll be a list of roles that you can put. Usually up to here, so you get the admin, booster, C1, dev. I'll add the dev one for now, and then I'm just gonna go to our. I'll add the dev one for now, and then I'll go back to the panel. I'm gonna change this to like dev, like that, and then we can pick any color we want. I don't know. I'll go with yellow. There you go. That's the yellow. Chat colors. You can change that to any chat, but there's no chat feature at the moment, so that's not really needed. And this is all the permission that the role can do. So the notice, you can do like, you can send notices onto like a specific account. So that's the notices. Send notices to everyone. You can send like notices to everyone if you wanted to. Kick everyone. You can also kick all in here. You can mute. You can also mute here. Ban someone. You can ban yourself. Edit role. You can edit roles here. And edit feature levels. You can edit feature levels here if you wish to do so. And if you want a full admin, like have access to everything, like config password and stuff like that, you are more than welcome to have that. So yeah, that's pretty much the setup for the roles. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have anything that you want to learn about the Globe server, feel free to go to the Globe Discord server down below in the description, or just join my support server if you want direct help from me. I'll happily help anyone who has server issues or like need some server help related to Globe or anything really. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'll leave everything linked in the description of this video. I suggest you ask me help directly on Discord instead of the YouTube comments, since I don't usually reply comments on my YouTube at all. So yeah, anyway, see you guys in the next video or tutorial. Bye bye.